Welcome back to another episode of What's Happening Wiregrass with me, Caitlin, and I have a guest that's entering the building, and I can't tell who it is. Can someone tell me who it is? Oh my gosh! Elvis has entered the building, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Amazing.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so happy to have the king in my studio
I'm so
today.
happy to be here. Thank you for asking me to come and join the show.
Oh my gosh. So tell me, okay, everyone, this is the king, Elvis, the king, but
Well, kind of, sort of.
okay.
By night, by day, I'm just Jerome Jackson.
Okay. So, Jerome,
Yes.
how long have you been doing this?
You want to know the years? How many years? I'll tell you since high school.
Since high school.
You figure it out then.
What was the idea behind Elvis impersonating?
There really wasn't. There wasn't a plan to do this at all. When I was 8 years old is when I first discovered Elvis on the radio.
Yeah.
I remember the songs In the Ghetto, Kentucky Rain, all that stuff was playing a lot. And something about, and I never knew what he looked like at that time, so something about the voice just struck me, and it's like, oh, man. So I became not really super obsessed at that age, at about 8 years old, but as I got older and started to sing in my teens, and around 15 or so, I knew I could sound kind of like him.
Yeah.
I had, when I was 15, I sounded like this.
I was about to say,
yeah.
well, whenever you were, 5 or 6, did you also sound like this?
Yeah, well, at 5 or 6, no, I did. My voice was a little higher, I'm sure, but it was more suited for the late 60s and 70s Elvis. So as I got more experience and more singing, I joined a fan club that was local right before Elvis passed away. The real Elvis, by the way. Okay. And I joined a fan club. It was all women. I was the only guy in there. And I told them, I said, I can sing like Elvis. And they said, no, you can't. And yeah. So they had me do it one time at one of the meetings. I had to make them all turn around because I was so shy and quiet.
Oh, my goodness. And I don't believe that for a second.
Oh, yes. I was voted most quiet and shy in high school. Okay. So when I did the song, I did Big Boss Man. Uh-huh. And I held a broom as a guitar. And they had their backs turned to me. There was only four women in the group at the time. And at this particular meeting, and they just like, oh, wow. And so from then it kind of grew, and I did little parties and things like that. And I didn't really have a suit. Nobody was doing
nothing like this at the time.
Nothing. This is a replica of one of his suits. But as the years went on, and I kept doing it off and on, and of course, at the same time, I was trying to pursue a career in Nashville, right, as a singer, Jerome. And so I did that back in the late 80s, and then again in the mid 90s, and nothing ever was, couldn't get the ball rolling.
Right.
So I kept getting requests, even after I shaved my sideburns. People started calling, hey, can you do an Elvis show for us? And it's like, oh, gosh. So I started back doing it, and in 2008, I did my first Elvis competition. Yeah. And had been doing them over the years. It might have been 07. But I did a few competitions, especially down in Florida. I'm like a 3-time national winner.
I was about to say,
there.
and you won, obviously, because look at you.
Well, it took me a few years because it was very frustrating because I said, what are the judges looking at? Because I met a lot of guys that some of them were good. There were a lot of them that weren't. Yeah. And so I was scratching my head thinking, how come I didn't win this? Why? So I just kept going back year after year and finally won that particular one. And was actually in the Ultimate Elvis competition, that one that Graceland endorses, in 2012. I made won the regional, got to the semifinals in Memphis, which was very hectic. And out of 29 contestants that year, right, I did not get the top 15 pick. They'd call them down to 15, then to 10, then to 5, and I was just devastated.
Well, they clearly didn't know what they were looking for. Oh,
clearly, yes.
Clearly did not know what they were looking for.
I quit. And actually, after a couple more years of competing, I quit doing the competitions and then just started concentrating on shows, which I do a lot locally and then regionally whenever asked.
So you do your shows here in Dothan. Yes. Where do you do your shows mostly?
We do it here at the Red Barn on Napier Field Road. Mm-hmm. We do those on our own, as we book the venue and then sell the tickets. We do a February Valentine show, which is also we do a called a legend show, where I branch out and do a little more. I do a little bit of Conway Twitty, do some duets with my wife Pam, who does Loretta
That's right.
Lynn.
Yes. Pam, I got tongue tied.
That's okay.
So
when
Loretta
you're in the
Lynn,
presence of the king, it happens. I know.
I'm just, my knees are weak. I'm just kidding. But no, so Loretta Lynn, and then doesn't she do Patsy Cline?
Yes.
Anybody else?
Those are the primary, and then she does her own stuff, just as Pam. But when she does the Loretta Lynn, I do a couple of Loretta and Conway duets with her. And then I also open the show up as Roy Orbison. And I do about 2 or 3 Roy Orbison songs. The ones I can do, because Roy had that real high voice, And I can.
And you do not.
I can manage. Well, I can manage to do a couple of his songs in his key, which surprises me. But a lot of practice. But anyway, yeah, we do those at the Red Barn in February. May is our next show coming up, as a matter of fact, our Mother's Day show on May 9th. And then we have an August show, which is the anniversary of Elvis's death, and we do it around the 16th. And then we do a Christmas show at the Red Barn. And anything in between, we get booked at other venues by other people. We stay fairly busy.
It's so exciting. It's so exciting to have you here. And I know that it took some pushing to get you to put your outfit on.
Well, I don't normally. It's a little awkward wearing that because this is stage wear, and
how heavy is it?
Oh, I'd have to take it off to let you hold it.
Don't do that now.
I'll do that later after I change back into my Clark Kent outfit, my regular street clothes. But yeah, this is my heaviest suit. It has a lot of stonework on it, and as you can see, maybe there's some missing stones. If I'm in a show, the very first couple of shows I did with this suit, and I've had this suit since 2012, as a matter of fact, so it's one of my most used suits. And when I'm doing Suspicious Minds, there's a part near the end of it where he's doing, doing this with the hips and everything. Well, I'm slinging stones off of my sleeve.
Oh, no.
And it can be a projectile, could hurt somebody.
But I'm sure there's ladies in the crowd. They're like, I caught Elvis.
Well,
stone.
Most of them have been returned, and I do have a little container full of each one of these stones that I've been intending, but it's hard to get them back on there.
So when you take this to the dry cleaner, are they like...
I normally wash them myself. Okay. I had the dry cleaner do it for me one time, and they tried to iron it, and they ironed it to where it left impressions of the stones on the pant leg, and so, the crimping of the back of those stones. So I said, see, like there, you can see. But I don't use, I do them in the tub myself, let them soak, scrub any stains that may be in them. So it's all done by me or my
We're learning so
wife.
much about the wear and tear and care of
outfits.
Elvis's
I may play Elvis, but I don't have Elvis's money to do all this.
Great.
Yes.
Hey, tell me, where can someone go to find out more about your shows? If they want to book you to come to any events, where can they go for that?
I have a website that I've had for several years. As a matter of fact, a guy that used to work with us several years back, he was our engineer, and he did web designs.
Yeah.
And he did one for me, and I said, yeah, and he did it for a great price. And I said, hey, I got it. Yeah, I'm in. He made it to where I can go in and do all the changing dates and things like that, so I've gotten used to that. But it's ElvisJerome.com, Jerome. And the phone number you can call, and this is my wife, Pam's number. She answers the phone, takes ticket sales calls on her phone at 334-790-7233. So, but when you order online, it takes you to a PayPal page. People get confused. Oh, I don't have PayPal. There's an option on there to just enter your own credit card, so you can do it that way, and you're guaranteed to have the seats and not wait till the last minute, because many of these shows sell out usually a week ahead of time. This one we still have a good bit of tickets for, so we're still pushing to get those sold. The place holds about 200 people, and when we have a full crowd in there, it's
electric.
Oh, it is. Really, it is. And I always ask every crowd during the show, I said, how many are here for the first time? Almost half of them raise their hands, and it's like, it amazes me every time. We've done these shows. We started out doing these on our own, at a little diner in Ozark, and they could only squeeze in maybe 65 to 80 people in there. And I mean, you're talking about packed in when we had 80. And we did several shows there. That was our place to do it. We kind of outgrew it, obviously.
Right.
And so when we're using the Red Barn, it's just more room, and it makes for a great show when people show up and really get into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by today.
Oh, you're welcome.
And, I say stopping by, but coming over the hallway to my studio from your studio.
I just happened to be in the neighborhood.
You did happen to be in the neighborhood.
Yes,
but
indeed.
I really appreciate you coming by and sharing your story with us and sharing your story with the Wiregrass. Mm-hmm. And thank you, Dothan United Soccer Club, for supporting, sponsoring our show.
Thank you, Soccer Club, Dothan United. I appreciate it also.
And thank you, Elvis.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for having me.